Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you a simple AdMob script that I created and then exposed on my iPhone so that I was able to constantly monitor how much my app is making with AdMob ads. Now, for those of you who don't know, I recently developed an app and published it on the iOS App Store. The app is called Brick Invest and it's for Lego enthusiasts to keep track of how much their Lego sets are worth. I am working on the Android version, but I haven't gotten it fully fledged yet, so this is still work in progress. If you're interested in the app, go ahead and check it out on the App Store. I can leave a link in the description. But one thing that was important for me was to be able to monitor how the ad has been going. One way to do this is to check the AdMob ad page where you can see earnings. Another way is to download an app to do this, but all the apps have paid features and limited refreshes and all this. So I thought to myself, why not create my own script? You are able to call the AdMob endpoint, so I decided that was just what I was going to do. The app has only been out for about 22 days, so it hasn't earned anything significant, and I'm not in it for the money, but it is fun to keep track of. So that's definitely why I decided to embark on this project. So I'll give you a little rundown, and I will leave a GitHub link in the description with a very thorough README, where you can also get started on how to do this. But without further ado, let's jump straight into it and I'll show you what this script can do. All right, so if we go ahead and have a look at the script here, there is quite a lot of stuff that you need to set up before you are ready to get this going. You need to set up some stuff in AdMob. You need to get this script running on a server if you have a server at home or anything like that. Fortunately, I do. And what you also need to do is set up the Scriptable on your iPhone. But let's take a look here at the script itself. This is the script that will run in your backend. It sets up a simple Flask Python server. It gets the AdMob. It gets the AdMob earnings, and you need to also first time log in with Google. When you've logged in with your Google, you then save these credentials in a file. And the smart thing about this is that you don't have to re-log in every time you want to run the script at home. Now, for this to work, you need to have your script in production in Google API console. The reason for this is otherwise it will run out after 7 days. But I have explained in the README in the GitHub how to do this. What it will then do is when you run the script and you call the endpoint, you will get a list of all the days that you have earned anything in the AdMob. And this is quite smart because we can then use this data to actually format it probably. So let me show you here. I have it running in my server. You can see that when we call this endpoint, we get the data that is live. Unfortunately, I haven't made anything today. Now, keep in mind, my currency is in DKK. Yours might be in something else, but you have set that in AdMob, I believe. And what we can do is we can have a look here, and we can see that it is debugging, putting out some info for us here, and then it is spitting out all of these date ranges. So that is really good. That means we can have this running. Now, this Python script, what you can do in your server is you can set it up to run every time the server boots. I'm going to let you figure it out because it depends on if you're running Windows or Linux or something else. It's all up to you to figure out. But if you're not sure how to set this stuff up, ChatGPT is definitely a way to get help. Now, after you've set this up, you can go ahead and download the Scriptable app on your iPhone. What this will allow you to do is it will allow you to basically get this script that I have made here where it can get the data from your endpoints. Now I have a public endpoint and a local endpoint. That's because when I'm on my home Wi-Fi, I cannot call the public endpoint. And when I'm off my home Wi-Fi, I cannot call the local endpoint. So I decided to make a configuration where I have both. And I use the local one as a fallback. So that way it doesn't matter where I am in the world, I should be able to call this info from anywhere. So what this script does is it takes off and reads the JSON that is returned by the API, and then it formats it to look somewhat nice. I'm not the best at making that, so it's not that pretty. And what it then does is it displays it that you can then add it in a widget. So moving over to the iPhone, you can see here that I have a script here in the Scriptable app. You can see that it is sitting right down here called AdMob earnings. When I run this script, you can see everything gets put out and formatted the way that it should. You can even see how many days your app has been running. You can see the change from yesterday. Mine is at a minus 100% because I haven't earned anything today. You can see your weekly, your daily, you can see yesterday, you can see this month, and you can see all-time earnings. Now, as you can see here, my earnings are in DKK. You can definitely change that in the script. That is just my preferred currency. You have to go in manually and change it in the scriptable script to match whatever you are exposing from AdMob. But basically what you can then do is you can add this script to your home screen, as you can see that I've done right here. Basically, you can see that the script is right here. You basically just add a widget, choose Scriptable, and then you choose what kind of script you want. So I chose AdMob earnings. And that should then update about every 10 to 20 minutes, and you will always be able to access this data. Now, I am going to give you guys some links in the description to set this up. If you are stuck, I would recommend Ask ChatGPT, and if you cannot get a solution from that, you are welcome to leave a comment in the description down below. I am also going to leave a little link for the app that I created if anyone is interested. But otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.